Ancient Greece was a period in time where a lot of well-known statues and pieces of art were created. Although the art from ancient Greece was very influential to Western society, one very obvious area of influence is architecture. Just look at the downtown of any major city in the US, or many of the great cities of Europe. Ancient Greek's influence is currently lurking within the many buildings that are well known, such as the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., the Prado Museum in Madrid, Downing College, and Cambridge University in Cambridge, England, and even possibly the most famous building in all of America and possibly the world, the White House in Washington, D.C. In this presentation, I'm going to talk about a few famous artists and sculptors and some of their work and how it leads to other artists later on using their style of artwork. Phidias was an artist that was put in charge by Pericles to undergo a great building program for Athens in 449 BCE. He lived from 490 to 430 BCE. His most famous works are the three monuments to Athena on the Athenian Acropolis, the Athena Promanchos, the Limnaean Athena, and the colossal Athena Parthenos for the Parthian, and the colossal seated Zeus for the Temple of Zeus at Olympia. None of these survive in the original form. Phidias' work is so well known that we've all seen an example of his work in some way or another. Have you ever seen the animated Disney movie Hercules? The movie features some of the most popular pieces of ancient Greece. It features the seated Zeus in his Temple of Zeus, St. Peter's Square, which was designed by Bernini to appear as two outstretching arms reflecting the church's maternal instinct. The movie also shows the Venus de Milo, which was made between 130 and 100 BC, which was made by Alexandros de Antioch. The caryatids, which are some of the most famous sculptures from ancient Greece, were also shown in the film, which gave kids like me a sneak peek at some of the most beautiful art in history, in my opinion. Agatharchus was a Greek painter and worked in Athens. He was a self-taught painter from Samos and lived during the 5th century. He is said by Vitruvius to have invented perspective painting and painted a scene for one of Aeschylus's tragedies. This is what made him famous. He was also able to work rather quickly, which made other ancient Greeks fond of him. Apelles was a renowned painter from ancient Greece. He had a skill for painting human faces, and some of his outstanding works include a picture of Alexander the Great holding a thunderbolt, and other portraits such as a painting which represented Aphrodite, the goddess of love, emerging from the sea. Although the original versions of these paintings did not survive, this inspired artists later on in the Italian Renaissance to re-emulate them. Apelles was noted for his technique. He often used adamantium, which was a dark glaze that he used to preserve his paintings and to soften their color. For the final topic of this video, I'm going to explain the style of architecture used by ancient Greeks. The ancient Greeks used an architectural design called colonnade. Colonnade is a row of columns which support a roof. It can be attached to the building or freestanding. The Greek style of architecture influenced many civilizations, such as the Roman civilization, much of Europe, and even the USA. During the early years of America, our founding fathers wanted to model important buildings after ancient Greece and Rome. And now going around you could see many examples of colonnade in our society today, like the Second Bank of the United States, which was an example of the Greek revival art between 1819 and 1824.